Oh, I know why. Bear with me, guys. Right, have we got audio? Yes, we have. Hello, everybody. If you're tuning in to this video, there is going to be no train sim routes. There's going to be no train sim routes. There's going to be no train sim scenario runs either. So if you're here for Train Sim World 2 content, guys, you're not going to get any in this video stream, whatever this turns out to be. My next Train Sim World 2 stream, guys, for days of the week will be tomorrow, Wednesday the 8th of June. In this video, guys, I'm just here. I've just gone live because I want to go through the roadmap stream, get it up on my YouTube channel so you guys can read the roadmap stream yourselves. So yeah, guys, let's get into it, shall we? So guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe, feel free to hit the notification bell to be notified when my videos and streams go live. As I say, guys, I do update videos, I do IRL videos, I also do train sim, I do train sim 2 content, I do IRL content, so yeah, train sim 2 content, Microsoft Flight Simulator content, Tourist Bus Simulator content, Jurassic World Evolution 2 content. So yeah, if you're in, and also a variety of other content as well. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, guys, feel free to hit that like button and feel free to hit that share button and feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. But yeah, I will link down below, guys, Twitch, Discord, Train Sim World 2, which is $24.99 down below, guys. And I'll link the roadmap stream down below as well. Let me just bring up the Dtg forum thing, so I can just go through what's going to be going on this week for you guys. Bear with me. So yeah, we're doing it for the 6th of June. So yeah, tonight, guys, Tuesday the 7th of June, we'll be Train Sim World 2 roadmap stream with JD, Matt and Adam. And then tomorrow, Wednesday, June 8th, will be Workshop Wednesday with Jamie. And that's it. That's all that's coming up. 4 streams this week. So, let's go through the roadmap, shall we? So, we're looking at Train Sim World 2 roadmap stream for the 7th of June. So, this is June's roadmap stream, guys. The next roadmap stream after this, guys, will be in July. So, let's try again. It's certainly been an exciting couple of weeks around here with the release of their first ever Steam route to Train Sim World 2. They've learnt a lot over the long development of the route. They're glad that we enjoy the first experience. They've certainly enjoyed our feedback and excitement. So, we've moved into a period of improvements. We've got their content teams supporting preservation crew updates, post-release patches and improvements of route experience, whilst engineering teams deal with the knotty issues of the core improvements to the game, PlayStation 5 add-on limit and Xbox Jackhammer issue out of memory crashes. So you might not see a lot of new stuff being added to the roadmap in the next couple of months whilst we work on these, or they work on them. There is some background work going on with unnamed routes, but we want to focus on getting these bits out of the door safely first. Having said that, they have got a couple of new things to add this month. So what's changed? This month they can see a third-party entry to the roadmap with a new UK logo from Rivet Games. Its first appearance. We'll have more details on it in separate articles in the future, but it's important to note straight out the gate that it's not a Steam locomotive. So there you go, guys, it's not a Steam locomotive coming from Rivet Games. They also don't have any more information for us on the German and US route. They are also not Steam routes either, as they remain in the early stages whilst they work on some projects that we talk about below. So they've added a Bakerloo timetable to the roadmap in May, and a Hamstrucken Hamburg to Lübeck will be getting the same treatment. Read on to find out more below in the update from Joe. So, Spirit of Steam Liverpool Lime Street to Crew has released, and they've added in a manual fireman option into the core fix section. Post-release improvements are detailed in Spirit of Steam section below. The Preservation Crew updates for Hamstrucken Rheinherer, Rise Ignored, and Rapid Transit have all been released. To find out, head to their trainsimworld.com website now. So, Spirit of Steam, what's next? So they say thank you to everyone who has been enjoying and sending them feedback for the Spirit of Steam update. If you haven't already, please provide them with a review, as it helps prospective players understand more about the content before they purchase and gives them useful feedback to take on. They are really proud of the end result, and hopefully this is just the start of their Steam adventures. So at present they do not have new Steam content on the roadmap. They'll be spending the up and coming weeks refining the experience on Liverpool Lime Street to Crew and building out the manual fireman functionality. They've seen a lot of requests for new layers and substitutions. They recommended using the full functionality of off the rails mode, i.e. taking the 8F or the Jubilee and playing them on any route you like. And amazing work for some players are doing with scenarios and liveries on Creators Club to build out that Steam experience. You can experience the first step of post-release improvements later this week, including track joint sounds, scenario planner functionality for the AF with Mark 1 coaches, and changing auto fireman to default option for console players. If you are currently struggling with any of the Spirit of Steam related, please head to our Meg thread, where there are loads of great resources and information with workarounds for some common issues. Long term, they'll be investigating the manual fireman option with a view to adding it further down the line, as well as loco physics, particularly when braking at low speeds, and other improvements based on our feedback. Stay tuned. So we move over to the Preservation Crew update. Last week they saw much anticipation Preservation Crew releases for Hamstruck Rheinher, Rheinsignord, and Rapid Transit in a veritable German sandwich of deliciousness. Great Western Express will follow soon, with more preservation updates to come in the near future. Please see the list in the roadmap at the bottom of the article for the projected order. They will review the feedback from the last week's release and have some improvements planned for this week. They added a new describer to their roadmap, which detailed the size of the updates for each project being worked on, ranging from tiny to huge, giving an indication of the amount of work put into each to bring new features and fix issues. They will aim to provide more indication within roadmap articles and streams as to the expected improvements they're testing. So they've checked in. Okay. They've checked in on the status of the Great Western Express. A large update, which is next on our list. On their list, and Northern Trent Pennine, a medium update which follows after to see what features you can expect. This will hopefully provide more context to the sizings for the future roadmaps too. So, Great Western Express, large update. Here are current improvement focuses where they are testing for different areas of the route. Note, if an improvement does not pass their testing process, They will omniate from the published changelog list upon release, and depending on the scale of the fix, including it in a future update. So, improved audio experience of Locos has been implemented. Improved route environment track rendering, sky visuals, shipping containers, static stock, platform departure boards, and off-route destinations. Okay, improved Loco experience, class 1660 DMU, acceleration physics, and adding functionality and functioning displays. Interior lighting, strictness of stopping accuracy, rail driver functionality. Also, it's being added rush hour passengers. Also, what's being added is route diversity, 2 new cement services, Greenford branch services between Paddington and East Ealing for the 8th gen platform. So 8th gen, guys, is Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Route improvements based on player feedback. Resolved wrong side station loading issues, adding platform climb up for all stations, and other tweaks and fixes. So there we go, guys, the new PIS systems at the stations and on the 166. And also inside for the passenger carriages on the 166. And also at Paddington as well. Okay, now we move on to Northern Trent Pennine, which is a medium update. Here are current improvement focuses. They are testing for different areas of the route. Note, if an improvement does not pass their testing process, we'll omniate from the publish changelog list upon release, and depending on the scale of the fix, included in a future update. Note the new liveries shown in the screenshots for the Class 47 will be available from Creators Club shortly after release. They are not provided with the update. So, what's been added into the North Trent Pennine? So, improved route environment, sky visuals, track rendering, adding platform departure boards. Okay, also improved route functionality, adding platform climb up for all stations, adding animated level crossings, also adding rush hour passengers, and also adding improved customization, adding livery designer support to the Class 47-4 only. So that does not mean the Class 45, guys. The Class 45 is not getting livery designer support. It is only the Class 47/4. And that's the Class 47/4 from North Trent Pennine. So, remember, guys, these screenshots have got working in progress, so things could change by release. So that's working crossings. And that's it when it's up. There we go. An intercity liveried Class 47. Very nice. And you can see a grey Class 47 in the distance. And I believe this is a rail freight Class 47 right in front of us. So, livery design support for the Class 47-4. We will continue to release these updates over the coming months. Okay, so now we're going to go deep dive new timetables. One of May's RoadMap exciting additions was news that the Bakerloo Timetable would be coming, containing 600 plus new services this month. This month Humstrucken Hamburg to Lübeck has been added and will get similar treatment. They'll grabbed their timetables Maestro Joe to explain more and share with us some working in progress shots of the timetable in action. Timetables are what trains run to every day, typically covering all passenger services from early morning till late at night. While it might seem to passengers that routes such as the Bakerloo line are just consistent trains with no rhythm or patterns, there is in fact a careful structured method to how they operate throughout the day. A timetable considers journey, station stop, and turnaround timetables, train availability and mileage, staffing / shift patterns. So there we go, that's a picture of the 1938 stock, which is in work in progress. The 1972 stock. Okay. We normally try to get updates to existing. They normally try to update existing timetables. With that, it's important to investigate what state it's in before making changes, to see what would need to be done. But with the Bakerloo line, they decided it was best to start fresh with using a new working timetable from 2021. They started working on timetables after the original was created, so they made sure to learn about problems experienced during the original development and learning how to overcome them. So here's some 1972 stock running again, and a 1938 stock with a 1972 stock in there as well. So the new Bakerloo timetable has over 600 services offering the realistic underground experience. Trains running every few minutes between Elephant and Castle and Queen's Park, with 8 trains per hour continuing to Stonebridge Park and 4 trains per hour towards Harold and Willesden. Seeing trains consistently arriving and departing at Elephant and Castle is one of their favourite things, as is how much more challenging it is. It's not uncommon to be running tight to schedule in the peak period and come across red signals in tunnels, which requires a lot of vigilance and not overrun and stay on time. They also added a rail tour using the 1938 stock in the preserved 4-car formation, which gets to do some unique things. These may or may not be some surprises that await for those that own the other UK add-ons. So yeah, to get the 1938 stock preserved rail tours, guys, you need to own the 1938 stock DLC. Okay, so this is Hamburg to Lübeck. So Bakerloo's approach was complete opposites to Hamburg to Lübeck, which is the route they started making timetables on. A lot of its development time was spent on learning the tools, and as a result, it's little quiet around the Hamburg Habenhof area, and they wasn't happy with it. So they decided to carry on adding the route in their own time and fix some of the little gripes with the original services. It's now unrecognizable in the comparison. Hamburg Habenhof has been filled with AI, and there's even a few more playable services to enjoy as well. Excellent. So, Team Spotlight. So this is to do with Locos. A feature to this month's roadmap they're introducing to us to a member of the team. I'll find out a little bit more about them. This month we have Locos, their new senior technical producer who joined last month. So he is telling us about himself. So he is a half serious train fan from Germany, born and raised in Frankfurt and partly whatever that says. He's sorry if this doesn't make sense. He has always wanted to edit the games he played, and led him to start to learn 3D and programming at a young age. Thank you very much to his roommate from boarding school in that place for mentoring him. The weirdest thing is he actually does not enjoy travelling the world, which may be why he started to explore it in simulations. This led him to MS, Microsoft Train Simulator, and Trains. Over time, the only one that really stuck was Train Simulator, which quickly got him into the professional scene, given that 3D artists were in high demand, and now there he is. So, what is his favourite loco in TSW or otherwise? Being biased by his local trains, he thinks it is still the BR420. Trains still had style back then. He really liked the TS version, and he is looking forward to the TSW version as well. So, what work has he previously done on TSW that players would recognise? Okay, his first major project for TSW was track signalling and part of the scenery Dresden. Snickle, thank you for the follow. Yeah, the scenery for Dresden's a razor. He has introduced Track IR with help of the engineering team, and consistently trying to improve the game by adding new tools like the possibility to use the latest scanner terrain as a base for our routes. But in TS Classic, you can also find his work in routes like the S-Bahn Frankfurt. Just to let you know, Snickle, I know you've just followed, thank you very much, but this stream will have no Train Sim World content in it. No Train Sim World 2 runs, and no Train Sim World scenario runs, and no timetable runs at all. We're just going through the roadmap, and that is it. Okay, what role here he entailed with Dovetail. So, his main goal is to further improve the quality of German content, making sure routes feel more German, so that now all departments have a German contact point that can answer their questions. But he will also continue to lay track and signalling all future German content. Keep the technical standards as high as possible. Oh, and try to get the Frankfurt route made. So, what things has he been the proudest of working on in TSW? There you go. So, he is very proud of the progress he has made with his new terrain technology, but what fills him joy is working on his own little side project, which he does hope to release at some point. So Locos will be joining them on the team, so you'll see Locos on the stream tonight, guys. Just pop in there, say hello and all that. So Xbox Jackhammer audio update. So they have begun testing with the new approach to solving the Xbox audio issue. It is so far yield positive results. It's changed how the audio is encoded for Xbox releases, and then how the game loads and manages it, which is improvements on having to rebuild the entire audio engine of the game. It's way too early to say catastrophically this is the fix, so they'll keep us updated on the progress as they go. Right, now we're moving on. Let me just scroll up. So yeah, moving on to the PlayStation 5 add-on limit and add-on manager. So they are now in the position that they have the first builds of what they're calling the add-on manager, which will preload routes and locos to your game based on the content you have chose to play and nothing else. These will then be tested and sent to their beta team communities to try out. If all goes well, it means that they can bring it to the live game. A positive byproduct of this is that by reducing the amount of content mounted to your game, to your game. Each session they predict there to be less memory usage, in turn reducing the chances of you getting out of memory crash. It's still a hypothesis at this point, but they're optimistic it will help in some way, and as this is a solution that covers all platforms, everyone will see the benefit. So this stage of testing represents a good milestone into development process. They'll continue to update as work proceeds, but it's great to see it's got to this point. So okay, community improvements. A short update on other improvements where they currently are investigating. So save game. Let me just scroll that back up. So save game. This is still in investigation phase. They have a member of the team dedicated to reproducing and attempting to diagnose issues reported by players with save game functionality. Similarly to the PS5 DLC limit issue, they're trying to do this as an massive rather than rather than a route by route basis. Once they know a source of the issue, it will be built into development plans for future add-ons, and then they'll have to identify the scope of work required to improve the issue with older content. And then if they aren't able to identify the source of the issue, they will likely review the issues on a case-by-case issue, which can take significantly longer. So, crashes on rush hour routes and others. So the current solution for PS5 add-on limit, they hope to significantly reduce memory usage within Train Sim 2, as you have a fewer add-ons loading each time you play, meaning a reduce of out-of-memory crashes. That they will be testing with their beta communities first and monitoring after release its impact. Okay, red light issues. These continue to be reviewed on a case-by-case basis. The most recent patch was able to fix a couple on the Harlem issues reported by players. They're investigating potential updates to Core Dispatcher as a long-term solution to these issues. Sorry, just had to stop just to check something. Okay, achievements Xbox. They are aware of a couple of achievements currently not unlocking on the Xbox: DBBR187 Along First Trip and the DB413 Dreadzone Commuter, as well as two on the new Spirit of Steam route. These are actively being looked into. For other achievements, it is worth bearing in mind that miles driven during training modules or whilst speeding is not counted towards an achievement being unlocked. Right, then we finally come onto the roadmap area. So the Dtg Releases. These are forthcoming add-ons that are being developed by Dovetail Games, where details are still being finalised for the release. They have included the ID code for it when possible. This will give us a good idea of what to expect to find out what these ID codes mean. So yeah, just head to their official forum to find out what it means. So yeah, it just says German route and US route, guys. That's it. No other words or names for it. Okay, other releases. So these are forthcoming add-ons that are developed by teams outside of Dovetail Games, where details are still being finalised for release. They are including the ID code for it when possible. So same as what it says above. So new UK Loco, developed by Railfan Games. That's all I know, guys. I don't have any other information. And then there's also the DBBR 420 electrical multiple unit for the Hamsterracker unit, the Usburg route developed by TSG. That's Train Sim Germany. All I can say, guys, if you want to get the 420 class DBBR 420 for that, make sure guys you have the Hamstruck and Munich to Usburg route first, because if you don't, the DBBR 420 electrical multiple unit will not work. Okay, then we move on to core features. So core features are large projects. These may significantly new pieces of functionality or changes that will affect players on one or several different platforms, often require more time in development. This list may move more slowly than others. So, there's approved licensing, brand decals for livery designer, PlayStation 5 add-on limit fix, new Spirit of Steam manual fireman functionality, and PlayStation 4 and 5 profile transfer. Then we come on to miscellaneous projects that players will notice but don't fall into one of the other categories. So Dovetail Live Rewards, Rush Hour Passengers System for London Commuter, red light / dispatch improvements across multiple routes starting with Rush Hour routes and the Harlem line. Preservation Crew, so projects that are being tackled by the Preservation Crew. Many of these upgrades will simply be adding the latest game functionalities to older routes. The additional or changes in the upgrade will include some or all of the following station departure boards, animated crossings, platform climber functionality, improved track rendering, rush hour passenger density and appearance, support for rail driver, contact signaler functionality, minor fixes to scenery, minor fixes to audio, minor fixes to gameplay, minor fixes to menu items, livery designer compatibility, and scenario planner expansion. So this month we have included the scale of the work / features put into the update, and we'll go into more detail about what will be included in each of these releases. So yeah, if you watch their stream tonight guys, you'll find out more information about them. So Great Western Express, so if you go back to towards the top of the article guys, you'll find out about the Great Western Express and the North Transpennine. They're a large and a medium update. Then they got the tiny update of West Somerset Railway, tiny update for the Scottish Commuter, small update for the Hamstruck and Hamstruck and Hamburg to Lübeck, sorry. So new including timetable update as well. More information about that earlier on in the article. Medium, Rhine-Her Austin. Small, 2022 Bakerloo Timetable with 600 plus services. Small, Long Island Railroad. Huge, Peninsula Corridor. Huge, Oakfield Subdivision. And tiny, LGV Méditerranée. So removed from the roadmap. Items that have been removed from the roadmap, this is either because they have been completed, their status has changed, or the project has been suspended. So Spirit of Steam Liverpool Lime Street Crew with the LMS Jubilee and the LMS Stania 8F is released. Preservation Crew Update Rapid Transit released. Hamstruck and Rhine to Rhine-Her released. That was a medium. And large update Rhine-Her Signored also released. There we go. So yeah, head over to the Train Simulator channel tonight guys to see more information on the roadmap and all that sort of thing. I say I've just covered it lightly. But yeah, there we go guys. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I am doing no train simulator, train sim content routes. I'm not doing any scenarios this evening, I'm not doing any timetables. My next Train Sim World 2 stream guys will be tomorrow, Wednesday the 8th of June. Where I'm doing day 11 of 30 days of Train Sim World 2, and we'll be working on the timetable scenarios of Hamstruck and Munich to Usburg tomorrow. I say guys, if you want to go and see any of the other Train Sim World 2 content and you're watching this on the Twitch, head over to my link, YouTube link in the description. Head over there, go to my YouTube, go to the Train Sim World 2 playlist, and you'll see all my Train Sim World 2 content there. Also, I've got a playlist for the 30 days of Train Sim World 2 as well. And I've also got a playlist as well for Creators Club content. But yeah, there we go guys. That is it. As I say, if you're watching this on YouTube guys, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to notification bell to notify when my videos and streams go live. As I say guys, I do update videos, IRL videos, Train Sim World 2 content videos. I've got over 220 videos on Train Sim World 2 now guys. So... and that's on YouTube. I also do amongst Flight Simulator content, Tourist Bus Simulator content, Jurassic World 2 Evolution content, and also a whole load of other variety of content as well. But yeah, I will link down below, guys, my Twitch, my Discord, Train Sim 2 down below, which is $24.99, guys, or it's also available on Xbox Game Pass as well. And it's also available on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Steam, and Epic. And yeah, I will link this roadmap article down below as well. And I'll also link the Railfan TV schedule down below. So tonight, guys, Tuesday the 7th, Train Sim World 2 roadmap stream with JD, Matt and Adam. And also tomorrow, Wednesday 8th, will be Workshop Wednesday with Jamie. There we go, guys. That's everything in the roadmap. Hope you enjoyed it all. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening or the rest of your day, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Stay safe, guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one.